Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hey, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hey, good morning. I got up late again. I don't know what happened. Just overslept. How are you today there?
I'm fine, Guru Maharaj. Thank you.
Yeah, Tucson was, I don't know, man. I got a headache. Woke up with a headache.
You're not there anymore?
Yeah, I'm in Tucson. Yeah.
You're still there? Yeah, I've seen you were in Sachi's house.
Yeah, Sachi's house there. We had a little kirtan. It's nice.
You stayed there for a while?
Yeah, just for a while, for the day, a few hours, and then we came back.
A few hours.
Yeah, we're back we're camped out a little bit near Tucson. It's kind of just right outside the city limits. Yeah.
It's warmer there?
No, it's cold right now.
Oy. Oh.
Yeah, we got rain. We had rain and hail yesterday.
Oh.
Yeah, but now it's it's still dark, but it's clear sky for a while. Let's see. Weather changes.
I thought you would go to a warmer area.
Yeah, we're on our way. But Sachi wanted us to stay here for a day or so.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Late start today. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Hare, Krishna Hari
Hare
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Ram
Ram
Hare Ram
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 Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram
Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Ram Hare Ram
Ram Ram
Ram
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram Ram Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Ram Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Rama Rama Ram Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Hare Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari
Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare Hare Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama
Hare
Hari Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Hare Rama Hare
Ram Ram
Rama
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram Hari Hari
Rama Rama Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
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 Hari 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 Ram 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram Hari Ram
Hare Hare
Ram Ram Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Ram
Hare 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 Rama Hare
Ram
Rama
Ram Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram Ram Ram
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram Hari
Hare
Ram
Rama Hare Rama
Ram Ram Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hari Ram
Rama
Ram Ram
Rama
Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hari Rama Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Ram
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare
Ram Ram Hari 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 Krishna
Rama
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare
Hari
Rama Hare
Hari
Rama
Ram
Rama
Ram Hari Hari
Hare Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare
Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Rama
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama Hare
Rama Rama, Hare
Rama
Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna,
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare
Krishna
Rama
Hare
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 Rama,
Rama
Rama
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare 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 Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna Krishna
Hare
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Krishna
Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare Rama
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 Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare
Krishna
Hare Rama
Krishna
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Rama Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare
Krishna
Rama
Krishna Hari
Rama
Hari Hari Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare Hare Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna
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 Krishna Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama
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 Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Hare Hare Hare
Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama
Rama Hari Hari Krishna
Rama
Hare
Rama Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
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 Rama Hare Hare
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare 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 Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama
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 Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama Hare Hare
Hari
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Hare Rama Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
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 Rama Hari
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Rama
Hari Rama Hari
Rama
Rama
Rama Hare
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hari
Krishna
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama Hare Rama
Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Krishna
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 Krishna Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare 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 Rama
Hari
Hare Rama Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hari Hari Hari
Krishna
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari
Rama
Hari Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari
Hare
Rama Rama Rama
Rama
Hari Hari
Rama
Hari
Hare
Krishna Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama
Krishna, Krishna, Hari
Rama,
Hari,
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari Hari,
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Hare,
Hari
Hare
Rama,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hari
Rama,
Hari,
Rama, Hare
Hari
Hare, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari, Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari Hari,
Rama,
Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Hari
Hare
Hari,
Hare,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari Hari, Hari Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama,
Hare Hare, Rama,
Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari,
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Hare
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari Hari,
Krishna,
Hari Rama,
Hare
Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari,
Hare Rama, Hare
Hari
Rama,
Rama, Hari
Rama,
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 Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Rama,
Rama,
Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari,
Hare
Hari Rama,
Rama,
Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, oh my Lord. Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari Hari, Hari
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama,
Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari
Rama,
Hari, Hari
Rama,
Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hari Hari
Rama,
Rama Hari
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hari 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 Krishna
Krishna,
Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama,
Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama
Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama Rama
Hare
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari
Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Krishna
Rama,
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Hare
Rama Hari Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama
Rama,
Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 oh my Lord Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare,
Rama, Hari Rama.
Hare Rama,
Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hari
Hare Rama,
Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari Rama Hari Rama Rama Rama
Rama,
Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hari
Rama,
Hari
Rama,
Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare
Hari Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari Rama Hari
Hare
Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama Hari
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari
Krishna,
Hari Hari Rama Hari
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama,
Rama Rama Hari
Rama,
Hari Hari
Rama, Hare
Krishna Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna
Krishna,
Hari Hari
Krishna,
Hari
Hare
Rama
Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare
Krishna
Krishna Krishna Krishna Hari Hari
Krishna
Hari
Hare
Rama
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 Rama Hari Oh my Lord. Krishna. Oh Woo! Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama
Rama Rama Krishna Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama
Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hare Krishna Krishna oh my Lord Krishna oh yeah oh.
Krishna Chaitanya
Ah! Whoa! Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Rama, Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare 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 Rama, Rama,
Rama Rama
Whoa!
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna, oh my Lord. Krishna, oh, ah, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari, Hari, Hari Ram, Hari
Hare
Ram, Rama, Rama, Hari, Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari, Hari, Hari Ram, Hari Rama, 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 Hari, Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari, Hari, Hari Ram, Hari Rama, 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 Hari, Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ah, Krishna, Krishna, Hari, Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari, Hari, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Krishna. Whoa, Krishna. Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh my Lord, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, oh, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shri Vasari, Gora, Bhaktavinda, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasari, Gora, Bhaktavinda, Jai, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasari, Gora, Bhaktavinda, Jai, Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita, Gadadhar, Shivasari, Gora, Bhaktavinda. Oh. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasari Gora Bhaktivinoda. Krishna. Ooh. Oh my Lord, my blissful, ecstatic Lord. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama. Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Krishna, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari Rama, Rama, Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari 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 Krishna, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari 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 Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari Krishna, Hari Krishna, Krishna. Time to put in some overtime into the mind of Krishna's name. Krishna, Krishna, Hari 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 Rama, Hari. You're gonna get double pay, double time, triple time.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Hare Rama, Rama, Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare
Rama,
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 Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna, Hare 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 Rama Hare
Rama, Rama,
Rama
Hare
Rama Rama Hare Hare Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama
Rama, Hare
Rama Rama
Hare. Hare Krishna.
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Krishna, Hare
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 Rama Hare Rama Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna, Hare 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 Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Isn't this better than sex, Lolita?
Yeah,
So much.
I was
Transcendental sex with God, man. Ecstatic with the name. No wonder Lord Chaitanya was propagating. Oh, look at his ears prop up. This is the name of sex, and look at his ears are popping up.
what?
What did he say? I really love what the Lord shows me in these ecstatic states. It's like so like amazing. He shows me what he knows. And it's like that's why it says Bhagavad Gita 10:10. It's such a wonderful verse. To those who worship Krishna with loving ecstasy, Krishna gives them the understanding and the real knowledge of how to come to him. It shows me all the paths and everything, and the pathway. He shows me yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, it's so obvious. Yeah, right. Thank you. And it shows me why and all these. I mean, it's so ecstatic to worship this God. And I realized these Illuminati guys, these secret societies, they worship the Dark Lord. See, it's funny, Dark Lord of Vrindavan, and then they got the Dark Lord here, the reflection. Lucifer is his reflection. They worship because they get some power. They get a little power over the people. This was the temptation of Jesus in the desert. He was tempted by this Dark Lord. Say, hey, man, you worship me and I'll give you work. You'll get control over everybody. But it's like what you see here. They're worshiping the Dark Lord. They think to get this power and control and everything. And I'm sitting here chanting in ecstasy, and I'm seeing all this stuff. I'm seeing, how you worship Krishna and you get another kind of power, another kind of understanding, another kind of control, but it's all perfect, man. It's all ecstatic. I mean, they got to do all these weird things. They got to, this is what you got to do. I was researching this stuff. You got to eat shit, feces and stuff, and drink urines and all kinds of stuff to worship this Dark Lord. It's really perverted. It's like a perverted. Here, you just taste the nectar of the holy name, and you get more clear. Your heart gets pure. Blessed are the pure in heart; they will see God. It's exactly, you understand all of these verses of Jesus, all the verses of Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and the great ecstatic pleasure of it. And you don't have to have a secret society. Here we expose the secret so that people can benefit and also become liberated from darkness and illusion. So much better. You Illuminati, if you're listening to this, you should repent, for your own better. I mean, for your own happiness. What is this? This is this dark stuff. All that you try to get high on adrenochrome when you can get high on the holy name, man. Really high. I mean, high. You pass all the planets in the universe in consciousness. You pass the blindness of liberation, the blinding light of the oneness with God. You go penetrate everything. See, and have this union, man. That's why it's better than sex, penetration, man. Penetrate everything.
This union
It
is
really is.
undescribable.
Oops. Sorry, go ahead. What did you say? I missed it.
Sorry, I say, yeah, this union is undescribable.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Fulfilling.
Oh man, this, and it's accessible, and it protects us in this world. the kingdom of God, all these sayings of these great liberated souls, you understand by your own experience. Yeah, man, the kingdom of God is within and at hand. It's in, and you stick the hand up of the holy name, and Krishna comes down and gives you all protection. This is what is needed in this world at this time. Really,
Excuse me. There's no need for that vulgarity.
Vulgarity? What
What
vulgarity?
are you asking me or Lolita? Hang on.
Okay. And it's accessible and
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
Oh shit! I have to shout at you. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I hear you great.
Oh, good. So I'm going to mime to you because I know you can hear me, but I can't hear myself, and that finds it
Oh,
very hard for me to communicate. So, do you have to be so vulgar and cheeky and mention that penetration stuff? Okay, there's children watching. Thank you. Keep
no,
it clean.
I'm glad you. No, I'm glad you mentioned that because this is actually very clean. This is faultless, and this is why you have it's described as lust, and because it's transcendental lust. It's transcendental, what do you call union? And affairs in the world are known to be very bad because people crosses karma, unchastity. But when it's everything with God is perfect. That's the essence. Everything with the Lord is perfect and purifying, and you can see on the consciousness of the devotee. It's very pure and purifying. And in the world, people are in. I'm not here for neophyte. If you're a neophyte, go to ISKCON. Go to all these other places. That's fine. Go there. Mina's a teacher now. You can go watch her. She's doing her own thing, and stay. We're off and she's on. Okay, you can go. Learn from respectable persons like that. But this is really the deep truth. This is um, this is the other side. If you want to go to the other side, then you can come here and learn and get purified because there's no fault in that. And we have to use words as penetration because penetration is a great word. We don't have any words in this, we have the words of the where people can relate, and you got to understand the difference. Okay? Otherwise, I'm dealing with neophytes. Oh, go follow the rules there, Karuna. Go chant your 16 rounds. Go do all these things. So if that's the level you're like, go for it, man. There's a lot of cool
No, crap.
a lot of, yeah.
Yeah. Don't look at those words with material eyes.
Yeah. That's
It's
yeah. Yeah.
darkness in your eyes that think about sex.
Yeah.
Penetration is not a word that's only used for sex.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to see penetration into God. Penetration into the Lord is faultless. It's pure. And that's why the affairs of the gopis are pure and purifying. But, that's the thing with neophytes who are not purified. Okay, that's good. There we go. More cool down. But thank you for that idea because it gives us help us make a bridge. Otherwise, how are you going to understand Vrindavan? How are you going to understand the women running? Say people get a trip to Vrindavan. You get a trip to Vrindavan, you see what's going. You see these women running after this blue boy, man, and they're married. Oh my God, this is horrible. What are you going? You're going to embrace Krishna? Oh, this is horrible. You're not supposed to do that. Get out of this Leela, Krishna will say. Yeah, what are you doing here? You're spoiling our Leela. You're spoiling our fun. You're spoiling our fun.
Can you read the comments? I can't see
Oh,
the comments.
yeah, I can't see the comments either. Yeah, by the way, everybody, the comments aren't here, but I can maybe read them on the Facebook Live.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know. Somehow it's not working today.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. All right, let's see here. So, River and Karuna, I have to take you off because it's too loud. You're trying to get things ready. So I don't know. Get it ready and then be quiet. Then I can. Otherwise, I can hear him, but you guys can't hear, and he's talking a lot. And this is all right. So yeah, let's see. Where are people here? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Krishna. See, look at the comments here. Yeah, anyway, worshiping Krishna's name is amazing, and I can totally see why Lord Chaitanya promoted this. It is such a treasure. It is such a treasure when you start to feel it and to taste it. And it really comes, you follow the path of the witnesses and it'll work. It's that's why I just teach out of the book. It's just go by the book. And the book is the formula, and those who walk that path, they get the result quickly. And then when you get the shelter of Krishna, then you get the shelter. It's like there's the path of the demigods of goodness, and there's the path of the passion and ignorance, which is the darkness, increasing darkness, and piety and impiety. They're actually paths, and that's why people, they do the opposite of what pious do, who follow the dark path, the Lucifer or the Shiva, this destructive path. And then they become an instrument of the Lord's destruction at the appointed time. Like this was foreseen in the Bible and also in the Vedas of the Kali Yuga. This is a very dark time. But within this time is a golden age. Also, it's like a line of gold. You know how you've got in rocks, and when you find gold, you find a vein running through that dark rock. That worthless rock. That vein is Lord Chaitanya's transcendental movement. It goes right through. Or worship of that which is actually purified. This is you worship Jesus, and the thing about that, it's you need living representatives to really make it solid, because I could see by teaching how difficult it is, how easy it is to go off this way and that way. You get some desires and you get confused and all of this. You need that solid living presence, and that's why in the Vedas they teach about having a living guru. Yeah, and until you come to the point you become a solid thing, and then you can take disciples also and be that fixed tree of devotion where people can nest in it. Otherwise, that's why I had to surrender to this. It wasn't easy. I mean, Prabhupada comes and just says such a thing, and then Krishna says, because of your guru, you do it. And when I did it, it started to work. And when I went off into just trying to be Ritvik or something else, or it just didn't work. This works because it's authorized, and it's a real line. And so those who, yeah, and everybody else, they have to go through their stuff to get to the point. That's why they get into this, their anartas come up, and now, their attachment, if their attachments pull them away, if that happens, and they have to recover at some point, because this is the path. This is Krishna giving grace to the world. He's keeping me afloat, which keeps my students and disciples afloat. That's just how it is. These increasing revelations and realizations and all that. This is my job. This is the pointed work. See, and sometimes you'll have disciples going through their stuff, and especially this teachy thing, wanting to be a great teacher, and then they start to like compete with the teacher. They want to teach the teacher, and that's what's happening with some people here sometimes, and then they go off and they have to learn their lesson. That's not Vaishnava. That's not what Prabhupada was teaching. People think they know. Prabhupada's teaching this, how to Shiksha Guru. You give, say, if you're initiated by Prabhupada, then you give almost as much respect to those who get the special mercy of Prabhupada, which this is, isn't it? I mean, it's special mercy. And if you go off like that, you go off giving that special respect, and you start to teach the teacher or criticize them. What happens? That's Guru Aparad. You're doing Guru Aparad to Prabhupada. See, Prabhupada said that with his own mouth. If a person is seen to have the special mercy of their guru, like Prabhupada, and have the symptoms and signs, the abilities, these are all given by the Parampara and Krishna and Lord Chaitanya. And if you start teaching them or go against them, then you're off. See, you just went off the path. And then you're in darkness of the false ego. The false ego wants to teach. See, the guru, the real devotees, they actually represent, really represent Krishna in this world. So you go against them, you go against Krishna. That's just how it is. And it's not a false ego thing. It's just what happens. And I could see it. When people go off and they start acting like this, they want to teach. They're falling into the illusion of wanting to teach the representatives of the Lord, and they're saying they're superior. That's the idea of changing Prabhupada's books. See, we want to teach the tea. He's not here to really defend himself, right? Unless he has, representatives. So anyway, I say this to try and help people that are going off, if they listen, but if they don't, because that's all I can do is give advice, and the persons have to use it or not use it. It's up to them. Yeah. But this is what keeps me in the game. Like somebody was saying that is doing something different now, saying, well, what you're doing is going to be short-lived. Actually proclaimed it. It's actually coming from from the projection, because what keeps me alive, and this is, everybody needs to know that what keeps me alive is this mercy of Lord Chaitanya, this ecstatic bhakti. If it dries up and goes, then yeah, it'll be short-lived. And that's really the essence. Anybody who is not in the line and not empowered will dry up or lose it.
Losing connection with the vine, and then you dry up.
You dry up and you're like, you're like a branch outstretched, but you don't have the real life. You just out there, you dry rules, regulations, and all that. You just dry up. And I've seen this. My ex got into this, this thing of wanting to teach the teacher thing. And they dry up, and then they become real vitey, and they think that's, well, I guess that's, so you get the result of that. That's, that's just how it is. Because without this ecstatic worship, that's the special mercy of the Lord. Chapter 12 of Adi Lila talks about there are two. At first, there was one opinion. Okay, we got you, Karuna. So let's see.
Yeah.
Okay, there you are, Karuna. So at first, there was one opinion, and then it split up into two opinions by providence. Okay? So the one opinion, they had the mercy of the Lord. You can look chapter 12, Adi Lila. See, this is all in the first Lila. You got to get solid in this. So they have the special mercy. It doesn't say what it is, but we know what it is. The special mercy is ecstatic worship. It's what Lord Chaitanya came to bring. And the other opinions, they became adverse to this ecstatic devotion and started to do something else. See, something that was not the opinion of Krishna. Okay? This is the opinion of Krishna. You can check it out now. Anybody, check it. See if this makes more sense. And is more logical and more clear than a person going off to the other path and saying, oh, this ecstatic devotion is going to be short-lived. What is this? That ain't the real thing. This keeps this solid, man, keeps this preaching of substance. Okay. See, so this can get you through everything. if you keep hearing and seeing, this is not blind belief. You can compare. You got to be intelligent to really look at these things.
How can you say that? Means that you don't have enough bhakti, otherwise you wouldn't say that. Because then you would feel the value of it.
Yeah.
You would feel that actually there is no Krishna consciousness without this bhakti.
Yeah, there is. It gives the proper realization and understanding. That's what's it. Otherwise, you just have like study stuff. It's a mental. This comes from Satchidananda worship. When the go ahead. What?
No consciousness.
Yeah. Yeah, when the Ananda awakens, then these very deep understandings come. Just like the book, that's like the verse. You become that verse in action, in activity, in this world. And then that's how you can see you have to have relation. You have to have relation with the book. See, the book is God. Okay, I'm sorry, man. This is not working. It's not working, Karuna. There, sorry. Yeah, it's not. I forgot. Yeah. Anyway, Karuna, I think you just watch the video, really listen, and this is, I just get off, man. I can't do this. Especially, I'm in this state, now. I'm trying to, share things that bring it through. Just listen. Just really listen. You get off the gizmos or something. All right. Okay. So anyway.
In fact, then you go away and then you go your own path and then you're starting to preach on your own. Means that you don't have bhakti enough to understand what's really going on here. Otherwise, you would stay.
Yeah.
It's proof.
Yeah. You have to get a strong impression. You got to get strongly purified. Those who do this, I think they'll come back. It'll be short-lived. Like, to me, that's a prophecy coming, that when the people are always projecting, unless you're purified, you can't see that people you believe in their projection. I don't believe in people's projections now. I've learned already. This to me is a message from Krishna. Oh, this is just be short-lived. They'll be back. Thank you very much. Okay, thanks for the message, Krishna. They don't see it, but I see it. This is the your consciousness is elevated by this ecstatic worship, and you can see how the Lord is directly and indirectly in control. Yeah, and otherwise you can't see it. You get bewildered by people's projections. They just immediately they say something and you believe it. Yeah, if they're hypocrites, which now the hypocrites and the liars and cheaters, those who are worshiping the darkness, are coming out of the shadows and preaching. And if you believe their message, everything is for destruction. With these masks is to destroy you. With the social distances is to make you feel completely alone. Lonely, alone, and it's not, we call it, it's a torture. All of these things, you can't go out and be natural anymore. Everything is unnatural is natural now. The more the lies become the truth. See, this is the kind of time we're in. It's coming out of the shadows, and that's why if you're protected by the Lord, you can see this, otherwise not. I see very intelligent people bewildered by this. People that are like principals and scholars and stuff, and they are totally enamored by that. They believe that is their authority, and well, you're slated for destruction of the physical body and also your consciousness too, because it stays at that. I saw these what do you call these near-death experiences. When you cross over the other side, this is the way it is now. Now the other side is getting more here in this world. People are polarizing. So when you cross over the other side, now you're not a mixture so much. The predominant mix in you is going to draw you in more into the darkness, and the beings there will draw you more into the light. Here's a opportunity to get purified if it's here, and it is here now. So when you hear now, when you listen to the words of those who are actually more in the demoniac realm, the darkness, they lie and they cheat and they trick you. And if you go for that, if you believe in them, they'll draw you into the darkness. And this is what we're seeing. They draw you into that being destroyed in many ways. Your body gets destroyed and your consciousness stays dark, goes dark. This is where the preaching works really, it's fruitful here this times. Just like when Jesus was here, there was kind of a dark time too with these Romans, man. They're very adverse. Okay, we'll give you another chance there, Karuna. Okay. Yeah. Don't say I don't give chances, man. Yeah. So, yeah, where do you want to be drawn? That's what it comes down to, or what capacity do you have? So when you cross over the other side, there's the darkness there. Oh yeah, this was illustrated by this guy who was an atheist. He gets to cross over a near-death experience, and he's in there, and he hears these voices, and they're calling him, and not only, and then they actually start dragging him. These persons come, and they're kind of demoniac type things. That's these disguises of many of these people. They look wolves in sheep's clothing, and they go and they grab onto his subtle body, and they start dragging him down. But something was in him. Said he remembered these songs of Jesus, and he started chanting these songs, singing these songs as best he could. He didn't even remember all the words, but he started singing and crying out for a Savior, crying out for Jesus Christ. And all of a sudden, Jesus started to come closer, closer. And as he sang, the more closer he came. And Jesus, took a hold of him and brought him into that. And the guy came back, and he was not an atheist anymore. He understood this. And this is the thing. People are being drawn into this darkness. And unless they cry out, what can God do? If you believe in these persons, then you will be dragged to where they're going. Unless you believe in those who are here promoting the true light. The true light is conclusive understanding of God's kingdom. The devotees, they know, according to their realization and their level of worship, their ecstatic worship, they understand how the Lord shows them how he's working in these dark ways, especially when we have the Bhagavatam. This explains everything, and you need the helper to understand that Bhagavatam. If he's not in there, you can't see these things. The Lord has to show you. That's how the devotees, Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, and Jiva Goswami, that's how they studied. Narottam, they had the helper, see? And they could relish these truths, taste these truths. Only devotees can mine these treasures. That's why we have to be in that association to get out of this. Oh, it's a very dark time, very dark time. Polarizing time. Yeah. So that you notice the message is changing. It's like, hey man, this is the way it is. You come and listen and see if this doesn't make more sense to you, because we're not worshiping an illogical God. Actually, you're going to be, if you're worshiping the real God deeply, the real Lord of Lords, then you're going to become more clear, more complete, more potent in your understanding. And to be able to take souls and bring them into the kingdom, the true kingdom of God. Otherwise, you got to have that. You have to have the Lord standing behind you. Otherwise, these people got the Dark Lord standing behind them. They're worshiping Lucifer. They're doing rituals, to worship the Lord. This is our ritual, Harinam, in ecstatic worship, man. Not just Harinam, with half believing in the mask and masking up, and half, no. This is ecstatic, intimate. This is it's like the book Bhagavat personified. where people can, now you understand that you come here, you'll understand the book, you'll see the book, you'll see these verses in action. You know, you see devotees in the kinds of ecstasies that the devotees are written about 500 years ago, and you got to see that. And you may not be attracted, not everybody is. You know, we got people that are sort of in the sangha, but they're not attracted. They don't come and listen, right? People, they don't come and they don't care. They don't have the greed. That's what another thing I was chanting. The greed. Who's got the greed? This greed. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur said this greed doesn't always manifest in everybody. Some people just don't have it. Yeah, they're not like interested. It doesn't appeal to them to get this kind of intimate worship, because the way you get it is being intimate with the devotees and hearing from the devotees, hearing that vibration. Yeah, being greedy to associate with those devotees, greedy to chant amongst those who chant like that. Because then that's how you get the greed. You gotta just get the greed, and it just comes automatically, seeing devotees chanting in great ecstatic union. That's the preaching, isn't it, Lolita? Really, that's the preaching, is let people see the beauty of worshiping Krishna. Isn't that what Lord Chaitanya did? If you can't do what Lord Chaitanya did, then you're not really accurately representing spontaneous devotional path and how attractive it is. People got to see it, but not everybody. That's not very attractive. I like to follow the rules. Okay, great. Hey, man, to each his own. This is our brand here. Ecstatic worship, man. Who's interested? This is our niche in Vaishnavism, in all isms, in Christianism. This is our niche, is ecstatic worship of the Lord. Anybody interested? Anybody want to learn about that? That's what the Lord was into. That's what the God that you're worshiping that you don't know very well is interested in. You want to know what the real interest of God is? Well, that's called Vrindavan. That's called, those devotees. I am so indebted to the gopis, man, because they worship me with such deep ecstasy. My God, it makes my head spin. In their hearts, I'm just ecstatic as heck. They just live to exist for my pleasure. My God, what rare devotees. Yeah. My pleasure is just to meet myself in this ecstatic union. And only these gopis can do it to the highest degree. Make me the most happy. That's why you want to know who a gopi is? Well, see the most ecstatic personality that in the book that reflects that in life. And then if you're lucky, you meet such a personality. That kind of intimate, ecstatic worship. Or just say a resident of Vrindavan, they have very uncommon behavior, very uncommon worship. So the Lord came to attract those who were attracted to that. Not everybody was, but many were. Why not? It's the greatest happiness. And the Lord explained it so nicely. He made the bridge so nicely. And that, you notice, and I believe the Lord is here. I see the Lord, he's making a nice bridge. So people who really, really want this, they can walk across right into Vrindavan. Every day we're building a bridge, isn't it? When you make a bridge, you got to have workers. And we're working on the bridge, making it a little more stable, okay? More worthy to walk upon. Right?
Little stones.
Yeah. Little stones. You just keep on a little stone, and it gets stronger, more worthy. And then we'll do them. It'll be miraculous. We'll see Karuna cross all the way across into Vrindavan. That he's going to be our greatest miracle. He's going to cross all the way over. Maybe he's already over there. Let's see. Maybe he can go through the snow into Vrindavan, slide all the way through the snow in his shorts, red
Like a
shorts.
snowball. Or like
In
a
his red
snowball.
shorts. That was funny. His red shorts goes sliding through. He's showing the austerities of Devahuti, Devahuti. Can you believe what a son, man? Kapila Dev said, "Oh, you want bhakti? I'll go sit in the cold water, man, for 20 years."
Oh my God. That's not for me.
Who's going to do that now? Only Karuna will do it for 5 minutes, and that was it, man. He got his coat back on and went back in the house. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda. Let's look at the comments here. See, here we go. Johan writes, Madhya Lila, chapter 8, verse 70. CC. Pure devotional service in Krishna consciousness cannot be had even by pious activity in hundreds of thousands of lives. It can only be attained by paying one price, and that is greed. No. Well, yeah, is greed to obtain it if it is available somewhere. See, available somewhere. If you notice, he said if available somewhere means the devotee. That's where it's only available there. Okay? And if the devotee doesn't show you that greed, like Prabhupada's hiding that greed. He had plenty of greed in his room. When he's chanting Hare Krishna in ecstasy, you see the greed. Automatically, greed arises in devotee. I want more. But, he was more subdued. Bhaktisiddhanta also, Bhaktivinoda too. They show them more, they act like acharya with a stick and all that stuff. But, inside they had the greed. So how do you get the greed? If it's available. See, that's why it wasn't available. That's why you don't see a lot of the godbrothers having ecstatic devotion, or Prabhupada disciples either. It wasn't available. Now it's available. On the order of Prabhupada. Prabhupada, when I'm worshiping in greed like this, Prabhupada came in the lucid dream, said, yeah, this has my approval. You're doing exactly what I want you to do. You do more of that. See, you show the greed of worshiping Krishna that arises from this communion by having that favor of the Lord and the disciplic line. You show them how wonderful it is, and then that's where it's available. And you go there, you get it. Okay? You got to find an example of the map. This is a map. This book is a map. These verses are a map telling you where the gold is. See? And people reading the map, they can't read it because they don't have the bhakti. You got to have those who can relate to these verses, and they give you relationship to it. They give you understanding. See, that this is how it starts. Though only the Father knows the Son, only the Son knows the Father in this exclusive intimate relation, transcendental. And the Son can reveal the Father. See, this is the Father, man. The map is the map of the world of consciousness. See, this is the Father. The verses are the Father. It's Bhagavan in the book form. See, they can reveal the Father. See, reveal the purports. Why did Prabhupada write purports? To reveal something about God more that we can understand. See, the Son can reveal the Father. See, they're the sun. Isn't that interesting? Sun, light. See, sun is the Lord in the world giving light to the truth. See, the lie, the Lucifer or the darkness or the Maya or the devil, see, is twisted. It gives a glow and it's all perverted. And people follow that into the darkness. See, you need the sun. Jesus even said, when I'm in this world, I'm the light of the world. That's any empowered devotee in any line. If they're empowered by that light, by that Father, they'll be the sun in this world of light, of truth. And the light is not just this blinding light, material light, or even the effulgence of this oneness with God, still hiding the true Father, nature of the Father. Okay? Yeah, conclusive understanding. The conclusive, confidential conclusion of who God is and what he likes in his nature, in his name, and his personality. Okay? That is the true light of the world. The more of that you get, the more of God you get. Okay? So that's all in the book, but who understands it? Only the devotee worshiping in ecstatic love. Well, so that's where this is available. Who's interested out there? Is any greed out there for that? Well, this is the path. See? Is the conclusive understanding of the devotee. Otherwise, if your guru and everything is not conclusive like this, then it can only lead you where their mind is, where their understanding is, the level of that. They might be thinking, this is the not understanding Guru Tattva, that you need a empowered devotee, a Vai medium to give you this light in this world, to reflect this light in this world, this ecstatic love, okay? This conclusive understanding. You may not have that as a guru. Many don't. They just, oh no, you just come in line, because we've been voted as gurus. They see that's material. It's still not conclusive enough. Oh yeah, and as I advance, my devotees will advance. That's not really conclusive. Really? Not really. What is this? As you advance, your devotees will advance. Well, it's sort of the way it is. Devotees are advancing on the ecstatic platform even, and then naturally people will advance, but you need to be a liberated soul. Now that's conclusive. You've got to first bring your disciples to the liberated platform. If you want many lives, then you go those preaching of those gurus. You want it in this life, you follow this path. This path has the word to do that. This path has the conclusive understanding so that people can do that. Okay? This is what is taught here by the mercy of the Lord coming through. Okay? Coming down. Okay? Coming down and out. This is that kind of light, that kind of truth to bring you to the ring. Yeah, who's got the greed, man? Bottom line. David Beeman, oh, you're here. What are you up so early for, man? Oh, it's not so early for you now. I got up late, I forgot. David Beeman says, I don't care about rules or regulations on a greenback dollar. Just give me a wailing kirtan and Mahaprasad, and I'm a happy man. So, unless one follows in the footsteps of the gopis, he cannot attain the service of the lotus feet of Krishna. The son of Nanda Maharaj, if one is overcome by knowledge of the Lord's opulence, he cannot attain the Lord's lotus feet, even though he is engaged in devotional service. See, again, you want to follow in the footsteps of the gopis? Well, they didn't go to Mathura. They stayed back in Vrindavan. Why? Following the footsteps of the gopis, be with ecstatic devotees, man. Otherwise, you don't know what following the footsteps. If you don't like this kind of intimate ecstatic worship, then you're not. And you say that you're a devotee. Okay, you are. You're a Vaishnava. Okay, you are. But you're not the Vrindavan caliber. You're not Vrindavan variety, because they wouldn't even leave Vrindavan when Krishna left. He said, I don't want to worship him in that mood. I don't want to worship in on reverence. I come here to worship in Vrindavan. I think Lalita does too. See? This is made accessible by the devotees engaged in spontaneous devotional service, and that's what's here. So if you come here and then you say, "Oh, I don't like what's going on. I'm going to go and teach something else." I'm going to teach Vaishnava culture, culturing Vaishnavas. See, cultural Vaishnavism. Matter of fact, that was my preaching before is, hey, man, I'm not into cultural Vaishnavism. Now people that leave here get into cultural Vaishnavism. Yeah, I don't even consider myself a Vaishnava. No. I consider myself a servant of Krishna in Vrindavan. I'm being honest with you. That mood. Make Krishna happy. And only this very deep ecstatic worship makes Krishna happy. And I long for that. When I chant, I want that. I want what Lalita has. She can open her mouth and chant and Krishna comes. I want that. I'll kiss her feet if she'll give that to me. What about you guys? What about you, Karina? Will you kiss her feet to get that bhakti? Let's hear his answer. Silent, like a duck. No quacking. Oh, he went off. There's too much more. He blew a fuse. And the bottom, what they'll do? They'll go and take my words. You see, he'll kiss a person. He's into it. He's got a foot fetish. No, only for devotees. Only if they have the kind of ecstasy, like Vrindavan, man. See, what will you do? Is this the mood? See, ecstatic worship is wonderful. There's nothing more wonderful in the universes. In spiritual universes. Spiritual universe, outside of all of this. No more wonderful than Vrindavan worship. Now stand up and glorify it, man. It's wonderful. And that's the gold vein running through this dark rock. This rock. This world is Kali Yuga rock. And this is the vein running through it, man. The gold. You want the gold? Or you want the rock? The worthless rock. It's everything else. Is this true, Lalita? Am I lying?
Your line is perfect. It's the only one. Oh, man. It's the gold line. It's the
gold vine. Yeah, the vein.
gold
Man.
line.
It runs right through. It's just a vein, right in there. Yeah. We stay in the vein of the world. Yeah. See, stay in the vein, man, and you're in the gold. See, in the gold, the golden avatar, man. See, golden. He was golden. We're in that gold, going right through there, and the rock is all on the other side. It's like a pathway. Pathway is this bhakti, man, this pure devotional service, this kind of association. We're running through the vein. That's the pathway. That's the pathway. Narada Muni he goes, these pathways like this gold vein of chanting an ecstatic union with the Lord. That's all he has. That's his only possession. It gets him, powers him through the universe. He sings the glories of the Lord in ecstasy. And it's so ever fresh every day, just, never gets bored. Just like this worship. It's amazing, man. Every day, I'm always surprised. Every day I come here, I slept for 8 hours and come here, Hare Krishna, and get my mind right, Okay, Lord, I just want to pay attention. It takes me a while. I have to drink my coffee, go do this thing and get the people on. And Lalita's already there. She's just sitting there. Takes me a while to get oriented. I got to do all these duties here, get the people on and all this stuff.
Yeah.
All right. What else we got in the chat here? Mm-hmm. There is more ecstasy in Lalita than empty closed temples in UK. Absolutely. Empty closed temples.
You say that?
They said there's more ecstasy in Lalita than in empty closed temples in UK.
Yeah, but who said that?
Aman.
Yeah.
Okay, let's get Kroon up there again. There we go. All right. Oh, it's not showing me. I guess I can't go back on the comments here. Maybe I can. Let's try it like this. No. Yeah, they're not in line here. Sorry, there's certain comments I can't see because I can't see them on the live here, Be Live today. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama,
Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Rama, 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 Hare
Hare
Krishna,
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 Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama,
Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Rama,
Hare, Rama,
Rama
Rama, Rama,
Hare
Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare Hare, Rama,
Rama
Rama, Rama, Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare
Jaya
Hare,
Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaur Bhaktavinda.
Jaya Sri Chaitanya, Jaya Nityananda, Jaya Sri Advaita Chandra, Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Krishna's decision to stand as a devotee, the beginning of Chaitanya Mangal, chapter 2. All glories to Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Nityananda. All glories to Advaita Charya, the abode of bliss and happiness. See, the abode, Advaita Charya, devotees, all devotees are the abode of bliss, and happiness. See, abode of bliss and happiness is a devotee. They're the abode. That's where it's residing. That's the temple. See, the temple, abode of bliss and true happiness is not material. It's not happiness and distress. That's the world, dualities, material dualities. No, the Mahabhagavats are the ones firmly situated in this mercy of Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya wants to make so many Mahabhagavats. Mahabhagavats, you become situated in the bliss and happiness of worshiping the Lord, transcendental Lord. Oh, just a second.
Sorry, I muted.
Okay, all right.
The sound is not so pure.
Oh, it's okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Karuna. I have to
Use-
take you off and let's see if this happens. Okay, how is it now? Oh, you know what it is? I have to refresh this. So everybody stay on. I just got to reload everything. Okay, should be better now. Okay. So that's the idea of worship. Yeah, okay, Karun, I'll put you back on. I think we can do it. That's the idea of worship, is the Lord's, and the Lord's devotees are that they're the place, the oasis where to go drink, to go to learn what is really true. They're the abode of real happiness, and real bliss is what is eternal. See, this bliss of worshiping Krishna, that's the liberation that comes automatically from worshiping the Lord. And it's even more than that, just that bliss of being liberated bliss. It's the bliss of worshiping the Lord. It's more intense. I mean, look at some of these people who represent liberation. Like maybe Eckhart Tolle and different. They're preaching. They're preaching liberation, right? Liberation. So if you see that, it may be attractive. You think, oh yeah, I want to be liberated from all this material dualities and just go into the light and become one with the light. But you look at their faces, those preachers, maybe they're experiencing that too. But look at the face of devotees who are relishing the bliss of service to Krishna. Oh, so much more deep, more powerful, more ecstatic, more happiness. That's why the Lord in Vrindavan says, there's no devotees of these Vraj Bhaktas, they worship me in the way that it makes me the most happy, most blissful. Okay? More so than my devotees of Brahman. You look at the face. Prabhupada said the face is the index of the mind, right? Face the index of the mind. Okay? Well, look at a devotee in liberation. And then you look at a person who is a devotee. See, they're devotee of the Brahman. That's also Krishna in that form. Look at the person as a devotee in the world. See? A devotee in the world. You can see, well, how much bliss do they have? Usually it's material happiness and distress, and that's not attractive at all to devotees. When I listen to these guys' voices on Facebook, and the voices sound materially good, but actually not good. To a devotee, that vibration, it's material, is like, ugh. You hear the radio announcer type voices. See, they train their voices and everything to become perfect materially. But it's what do you call devotees? They don't like it at all. It's like, ooh, it's contrived. It's all, it's material, energy. And people listen to that, see? And then they get caught up in what they're saying, which is about the material dualities, is about the world. But the topics of devotees are very truthful and very sweet, very liberating, very ecstatic, very profound, very deep, very conclusive. They're all encompassing. They're complete understanding, see, of the illusion in relationship to the eternal truth. See? All past surpassing even liberation. Yeah. Hey, we got Cole here. Welcome, Cole.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Cole. Thank you for coming. All right, so let's see here. What do we got here? Oops. So, with my heart, mute your microphone, Cole, for a minute. So, with my heart, I worship the feet of the dear devotees of Lord Chaitanya. Please listen carefully to the following topics about the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna Chaitanya. Previously, Damodar Pandit and Murari Gupta, two most intimate eternal associates of Lord Chaitanya, discussed the appearance of the golden avatar, Sri Gauranga Mahaprabhu, for the benefit of everyone. That most important discussion is retold here. See, the benefit of all, what is retold and retold again today for the benefit of everyone, not the benefit of a sannyasi, not the benefit of one different person, benefit of all. Why? Because we're all connected there. We just don't know it. We don't know we're connected to that Supreme Lord. That's why he comes here to show who we're connected to. Otherwise, we don't know. We think we're connected to man or woman, this man, that woman, the gold. We connected, we connect to everything material. And then then this is called Maya, illusion. And then it's gone. We die and it all stays here, what we were connected to. And that's like a rope. It's like a rope. It draws us back into this world. See, it's like a rubber band. We go out of the body and then back here to this illusion. Why? We've been meditating on that instead of the pastimes of the eternal truth, of especially this Lord, the latest avatar, right, Cole? This is the latest avatar here. Came here, to show us so much about the kingdom of God and what Jesus was talking about. To expand and clarify and magnify. Okay? And we're retelling that story again. For the benefit of who? Everyone. Sannyasis, gurus, their followers, everybody. Myself, actually. Charity begins at home, in this temple, man. Unless I'm tasting this and enjoying this discussion, why should you guys?
Nityananda.
So, previously, Damodar Pandit, Damodar Pandit asked Murari Gupta, please explain why Lord Gauranga appeared. I will become blissful by hearing these topics from you. Why did the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, leave his Sham Varna, cloud-like blue color, and assume the golden form? Why did he remove his dress as a gallant lover to adopt the dress of a sannyasi? Why did he travel so widely to preach? Why did he cry when chanting Radha Govinda? Why did he distribute Prema Bhakti in each and every home? I, Lochan Das, will tell you all these most confidential topics. By hearing them, the ignorant people of the world will get salvation. See, it's just like Bhagavad Gita verse. To those who understand why I descend to this world can transcend it. Okay? Now we have another, that was when Krishna said that, right? Now Lord Chaitanya comes. See, and these topics are like why he descended here. Why did he go around and preach as a sannyasi? Why did he chant Radha Govinda? Why did he do what he did? Why did he appear here? I want to hear these topics. I'll become blissful. Yeah, and then you'll begin to understand, because you got to hear from devotees who know why. Okay? Why? Because they're doing the same thing. They're going around doing what Lord Chaitanya did. They're empowered to do it. Not that they're Lord Chaitanya. They're empowered by Lord Chaitanya. Lord Chaitanya, they're worshiping the Lord. That's their Lord. Radha and Nityananda and Lord Chaitanya is their Lord. Therefore, they get all these confidential goodies. You want these goodies? You got to hear from those who have relationship with the goodie, with the goods. He's got the goods, the bliss and ecstasy and all that stuff. I, Lochan Das, will tell you all these most confidential topics. By hearing them, the ignorant people of the world will get salvation. See, the ignorant. Everyone is ignorant in this world. Did you know? Everybody is dumb. We're all dumb. That's why devotees, when they realize Krishna, and Lord Chaitanya, and they get this fabulous grace and mercy, it turns you into like a little child. Yeah, I'm an ignorant fool. See? But the Lord is full of grace, full of love. Devotees, they just naturally like to glorify the truth because their reality is in the truth. It's like Jesus said, be in me and I'll be in you. Hey, devotees, they're in Krishna. They're all in Krishna. They're all in Lord Chaitanya, all in Jesus, man. Surrender, that's called surrender. Just meditating deeply. Yeah, my reality comes from being in you. Hey, being in Lord Chaitanya gives a reality, an understanding in this world, a light in this world that is par excellence. Remember that Bhagavatam verse there, Cole? Par excellence. Prabhupada used that word, love it. Par. They're nothing. That is par excellence. See? For connoisseurs of absolute truth. Par excellence. Great word. Okay, where is this? There it is. In Kali Yuga. Wait. Ailochan Das. Okay. After hearing these questions, Murari Gupta, Pandit Damodar, listen to me. I will explain these truths to you. In Satya Yuga, the scriptures say that Dharma has 4 limbs. Mercy. Mercy, cleanliness, austerity, and truthfulness. Mercy, cleanliness, austerity, and truthfulness. See, that's Satya Yuga. And that's still mundane. See? Mercy means, like doing good for others. See, it's mode of goodness. See, truthfulness, telling the truth. Just a second. I have to get this off here. Telling the truth in the mode of goodness, which is not really the truth. Oops. Okay, I'm losing my battery. I may lose this, but whatever. Anyway, not really telling the truth. It's working.
It's like hanging out by the entrance.
Yeah.
Loitering. Loitering by the entrance.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's in the entrance. Just like, trying to be pure, pure. It's good to the mode of goodness. That's why before I was saying, okay, that's good. That's very nice, but it's not really pure, Really pure, okay, like, before you say, I'm really chaste and I want to, talk to any other woman. But if a woman is a pure devotee, see, that's ignorance compared to that. You talk to the woman that's a pure devotee, man, and now you're, see, that's just an example. See, it's not really pure understanding. It takes you to a point, and it's very nice. There's a rasa in that, being, chaste and all that. But this is the perfect truth. See, this is really attractive to Krishna. This is where you surpass everything for Vrindavan. You sacrifice all illusion for Vrindavan. See, so you can relate to the devotees. But you got to learn that. You got to be around a devotee to teach us these things, which is so rare. It's very rare to hear what you're hearing here. See, so that's all truth and mercy, and what is it, truthfulness, and the other, austerity. See, again, austerity. See, and renunciations, regulations, but then Krishna overturns all of that stuff and says, well, that ain't good enough. No, it's not by austerity and renunciation and this kind of truthfulness and all of this that you attain Vrindavan. It's through the devotees who have transcended all of that and chant the holy names with great ecstatic love. Ecstatic bliss. They only got that special understanding. Beyond even that, can you imagine? We got something better than Satya Yoga. Whoa! Could you imagine if the devotees knew that what we are doing here is better than Satya Yoga? That's the mercy of Lord Chaitanya, to give you something better than Satya Yoga. Yeah? The Lord says, for a long time I have not given this love of the Vrajavasis in Vrindavan. I think I'm going to come here and do this again. I haven't done this in 4,320,000,000 years. And then after 550 years, it's kind of, just petered out, because they're just teaching rules and regulations and all this. And here we are again, giving something better than Satya Yuga. Prabhupada's working on making people more Satya Yuga-like, and he knew without this special mercy, it's going to fail in Kali Yuga. How can you do this looking at billboards everywhere with naked women and lies? Everything's a subliminal thing. Obey, comply, and then you can't even see it, and they're doing all these things on the internet to screw your brains up in the TV. How are you going to overcome all this baloney? Only the special mercy of Lord Chaitanya.
They live.
Right, Tool?
Yeah, they live. That's a good
They
movie.
live.
Yeah, that's the truth.
But they don't live
goes
here,
on.
do they, man?
No.
Yeah,
And
you
you're
come
right.
yeah, go ahead.
True freedom comes from transcending that mode of goodness, like you said. And I remember I went through that, and you helped me purify myself of that. And it's just a balance of following your heart, but also transcending, because my heart still wants to be pure, but Krishna helps me, and you help me to be pure transcendentally, not in the mode of goodness, and that's different. Doesn't mean I have to go, because I still don't watch R-rated movies. I still don't do those things, but I feel like less judgmental and freed from the mode of goodness, and understanding more of that.
And then later on, if somehow the Lord says watch an R-rated movie and you feel this conflict, you just go do it. And this is my experience. I go and do it because I also had this fight. I don't want to. And then I sort of just, go look at it, and then the Lord shows me something. See, when you're at a certain point and you're protected by the Lord, the Lord may inspire you to go do this and do this, which according to the mode of goodness is not right, but you're protected because ecstatic bhakti, if you pick up something, it just burns it, dissolves it, and that there's a lesson in it. There might be, the Lord might want to, this is up now. As you're getting your relationship, the Lord will show you all these things. Sometimes just to get over that attachment to, the mode of goodness or something, He might inspire you to do something that, why am I doing it?
Yeah, it's out of the comfort, because I think the mode of goodness tends to be comfortable for some souls, and Krishna is not always going to put us in the most comfortable place when we're following His will.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's another thing to spontaneous devotional service. So anyway, once you get enough association, the Lord in your heart will teach you all these subtle things. It's great. It's wonderful. And then you understand more, okay, my Lord is protecting me. It's so nice. And then you just live like that. You live in grace and you live in faith, and just, a lot of us, I also have attachments to the mode of goodness in subtle ways and stuff. And the Lord keeps pushing me also. And it's great. The more He just wants to drive us closer into basically, full faith in Him, and show it's working.
Well, thank you always. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. Let's have more of this Leela here. All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. In Kali Yuga, religiosity replaces religion. See? So irreligiosity, you can see now their irreligiosity is coming up. People are teaching lies or truth. That's irreligious, isn't it? And people are believing it. Therefore, you become irreligious by believing lies as truth. See? This is protection we're getting here. So religiosity, or like many Vaishnavas and Christians who are striving to be religious. I mean, in the mode of goodness, they're really striving to be, and they see this, and they see this is a lie, but it's very hard to overcome, because this is empowered. This darkness is empowered because these guys are worshiping Satan. Okay? So they get strong power from that to overcome the mode of goodness. See, mode of goodness. And many devotees of Jesus Christ need a little help. They need more conclusiveness. That's why Lord Chaitanya came. See, it brings us into more conclusiveness and more ecstasy, ecstatic worship and more conclusiveness, because we also have the power of this line. Very powerful. Rupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, Krishnadas Kaviraj, Haridas Thakur. We have access to these powerful stalwarts through their books. Their books are transcendental. Okay? So these guys are worshiping Lucifer very strongly, and they're getting some power in that. And many Christians are having trouble, and they even see their brothers and sisters, or a lot of them are falling by the wayside and believing in the lies and deception of, this is like in the Bible where, that verse, Cole, where Jesus said, in these times, like now, even the elect will be deceived as possible. Okay?
Yeah.
And the love will wax cold in many. See, this love is this love of God, this ecstatic love of God. See, it's not waxing cold here. See, and this is giving our spiritual power, see, to see these things and to actually do something about it. And the way the Lord Chaitanya is doing in this age, he's attracting people. He's going to attract some of these demons to give up their ways. He's going to attract these Illuminati even. They're going to see, my God, these guys here in this Sangha, they're watching this stuff. This is all CIA, and all these guys are watching, and they'll set this stuff. Hey, man, there's somebody, look at this. This is uncommon, man. And they're going to look at this, and some will convert. They'll say, hey, man, this is more power in this. This is more happiness in this. That's the way the Lord did it in Kali. Does it in Kali Yuga? He attracts even demons and demigods. And he is so. It comes to the point of being so humble and so attractive that even demons can. It's kind of like when the Lord was in ecstasy. He was worshiping in ecstasy, and all these people were coming. And they were coming, and then there was a spy there. A spy for the government, for the king. The king was a terrible person. He was like a Illuminati personified. He was severe, mean, kill people, all the persecutor. And so the spy, goes and sees Lord Chaitanya and goes back and describes the qualities of this worship. And the king just changed by hearing the glories of Lord Chaitanya. He says, really? Whoa, this guy is a great saint. Matter of fact, and then one spy came back and wanted to denigrate Lord Chaitanya. He was a real evil person. And the king says, how dare you say anything against this guy? He's good. He's a saint. See, he changes the hearts in that way. Very powerful avatar, man, because everything's under his control. Radha and Krishna, when expressed in this world, is dominant over everything. This is why the devotees, you'll see, the devotees here will be in grace. The Lord's Maya is like, no, I ain't touching those devotees. What do you think? Lucifer doesn't know? Lucifer is like his representative is Lord Shiva in the Vaishnava conception. Lord Shiva is a devotee, right? In truth, Lucifer and Shiva, they're in charge of destroying. If you listen to them, what do you expect, man? You're going to be just, this is the lesson. This is the lesson you learn here. All you guys, anybody listening to Lucifer, worshiping Lucifer, your life will become inauspicious. Lucifer knows this. He's doing a thankless task. Even Brahma, he's like, it's like, wow, I got to do it because it's the Lord's order. and they're very happy, that we're getting it right, understanding things clearly. They like that because this is it makes their work easier, actually. Yeah, so that's why this is topmost. Okay. So Dwapara Yuga has 2, cleanliness and truthfulness. Kali Yuga has 1, truthfulness. You notice now in Kali Yuga we have truthfulness, but it's not the mode of goodness truthfulness. In Kali Yuga, there's a truthfulness that surpasses everything in this Kali Yuga. See? It's not just the truthfulness of mode of goodness when in some other Kali Yuga. No. This surpasses that truth. This is the ecstatic truth, the transcendental truth, the confidential truth in this Kali Yuga. This is what's in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. This truthfulness is in here, and this overcomes everything. This is the truth. Jesus said the truth will set you free, not the mode of good. He didn't come to give mode of goodness truth. The transcendental truth will set you free. Guru Tattva truth will set you free. There, go to the deliverer. This other truth is not strong enough. That's why the Vaishnavas need to understand this lesson here, because it's not strong enough to be a Brahmin, to be truthful on the Brahminical level. You got to surpass even that. And anyway, this is our work here. This is make the living entities and beings in this world aware of this transcendental truth and teachings of Lord Chaitanya and through our disciplic line. This is a great privilege, actually. Go ahead.
Something's going a little bit wrong again.
Good. So I'll just refresh here. Everybody stay on. I'll refresh this. That's all.
Yeah.
The truth that cuts the ropes.
Yeah.
The truth that in Satya and the truth in the mode of goodness makes more ropes. And this truth is cutting the ropes. That's what I feel like.
Yeah. Isn't it nice to be aware of this? See, this is the revelation now coming through. Most devotees, they don't understand this yet, but they will if they come in here. This automatically lifts your consciousness to this level by hearing. This is why it's important. I got it just from reading Bhakti Vinod's Sri Krishna Samhita. I was in Mayapur, I started reading this book, and I thought, my consciousness started getting elevated. It's like, just from reading this book. That's why he wrote it. He said, yeah, I wrote it. It was basically for you, Prabhupada, on the neophyte level, it's not for the neophytes. Prabhupada, when a devotee, his new devotee came and asked him, can I read Bhakti Vinod Thakur's book? And he said, but would you understand it? See, you wouldn't understand. Read my books right now. Yeah. So anyway, I read this book and I was ready because I was already ecstatically worshiping, and his understanding was like a breath of fresh air. It's like, whoa, man, this is it, man. This is what I was inside understanding, sort of. But boy, he just spelled it out.
Pointed it out.
Just like, wow, man, this is, I was thinking like this, but nobody was showing, like manifesting it. So I had to get it through the book because he, that's why he wrote. He used to write because he couldn't speak these things. Nobody would understand them. He said most Vaishnavas are in the neophyte platform. This is why Gorkashore Das Babaji, completely renounced. And he went to hear the classes of Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Can you imagine? He completely renounced nothing, and he wouldn't listen to anybody or go anywhere. He'd just chant, and then Bhakti Vinod would have class. He'd be right there. Okay? And Bhakti Vinod was a householder. He had 10 kids. He was a court judge. All these things. And he would go and listen to a person like that. That's how fantastic his mind is. And this is the empowerment the Lord is giving here. We're preaching these things. And then devotees who come, they'll get this expansion and understanding. They're already getting this. I'm just commenting with it. Hey man, look at Joan. He says, I've been read the books 4 or 5 times. And now I'm starting, Janaki also. He brings back to remembrance what you heard but didn't quite understand. See, this Jesus said that. He said, you're going to get the Holy Spirit, and it's going to bring back to your remembrance everything I said, but now you'll understand it. See, without the Spirit, you don't understand.
Yeah, and before I was reading the books in awe, and now because of you, I read the books and I relish each verse. Like each verse, I'm like, oh, wow, I get it. Oh, wow. So before I was like reading it and like studiously and like, wow, this is really, I understood it all, but I was like understanding it in a less relishable way. But now it's every single verse. I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, that's how it is. You see, you relish now because the Spirit is more, it's like inflamed now. It gives you more to see. The more, that's why the Lord likes the devotees in Vrindavan, because he's attracted, because they're so deep in the ecstasy. He gives them very intimate understanding of himself. See, that's the deepening of, and you go into relishing these things.
Hey, Gaur Haridas, I have to go to work, but I'm going to listen in the earphone. But I've got to get ready and leave here.
Go for it. Go for it.
It was great to be on live. I'll see you guys later. Yeah, Haribo.
Bye-bye.
Garanga.
Haribo.
Haribo.
Everybody take a deep breath because I got to. In Kali Yuga, irreligiosity replaces religion. And that's what we're seeing now. Irreligiosity is replacing religion. Okay? And religion, many in religion is succumbing to hypocrisy. Okay? So in religion, it's not strong enough to transcend that, because usually your leaders have some of this hypocrisy and deceptions and all that. So it's not pure enough. Only this pure ecstatic worship, you can surpass religion. Okay? This is, blessed are the pure in heart, they shall see God. If anybody wants to see God, you must attain the association of ecstatic devotees. This is why Jesus and the woman of well said, we know who we worship, you don't. This is the same thing for the Vaidhi Bhaktas. We know who we worship because of this ecstatic worship. The Lord gives us this understanding, and you don't. You know something, you know the name, and you don't have the complete name. The complete name is the whole name, the holy name, whole name. Isn't it funny? Holy, whole.
Yeah, holy.
Holy is wholeness. Wholeness. Wholeness and understanding. See? Wholeness to understand the Lord's Maya in relationship to the eternal truth. See? Shuddha Bhakti, eternal pure goodness. See, that's whole. See, you understand the whole Lord. He's both. His shadow is that. You need to know. Why would you want to walk in his shadow? See? You be in the shadow, then the shadow is in you. The same idea. See? So Jesus said, be in me, and I'll be in you. See? Jesus, or Lord Krishna told Brahma, be in me, and I'll be in you. See? Otherwise, if you see everything without relationship to me, that is my Lord's Maya, and you'll be in that. See? Most people are absorbed in the shadow. Therefore, the shadow is in them. They relate to the shadow. See, they want children, they want a husband, they want money and wealth and everything. That's all shadow. See, what is the truth? The truth is to want Krishna as your son, as your husband, as your intimate friend. Or you want to serve Krishna, intimate servant. Hey, you want that. And your real wealth is Krishna, not this gold thing. I was playing with this silver I bought. I wanted to see if I can get any Ross from it. And I said, well, it's nice and shiny, it's nice and all this, but not compared to this. This, I like playing with Krishna, man. Oh, it's so much, chant his name, be in that mind of his name. Oh, man, that's gold real well. It makes me more ecstatic. This silver thing is like, well, it's kind of nice, a little silvery bright, but, the Ross is insignificant. But if that's all you have, you'll be totally into it. Gold and silver, like these Illuminati guys. They are all into that.
The difference is when you live in the shadow and the shadow lives in you, then you hardly are conscious of it. With the difference is when the Lord lives in you and you live in him, then you're conscious of that, and that gives you happiness. While with the shadow thing, you're in ignorance. You're not aware of that you're really in the shadow.
Yeah, it makes you shadowy. It makes you dark. See, dark in consciousness, dull. That's when you're in the shadow. It's like that. You got to be in the true light, conclusive. You got to be in the line. You come in the line, and you're going to be around persons deeply in the truth. See, in the light, and then the truth is in them. Beyond the mode of goodness, truth. This. Who was truthful? We have this all in the books. That's what we preach from the books. See, so Jarasandha was like that. He followed like he was worshiper of Vishnu. That's God. Okay. In the mode of goodness, he acts as in the mode, teaching, working on that level. And he was worshiping and following rules and regulations very strictly. And he was very honest. He never lied. See? But he had one thing against him. Very charitable to Brahmins. See, in mode of goodness. But he had one thing against him that was a deal breaker with the truth. The real truth was not in him. The real truth was serving the transcendental Lord Krishna. And he didn't like, he was adverse. See? So in other words, he was worshiping the shadow of the Lord still. In the goodness, he didn't lie, told the truth, but the one truth he didn't follow is to worship God in his true form, which was Krishna. He came from Vrindavan in ecstasy. Oh, I don't like this ecstatic, spontaneous Lord. I want to fight with him. I want to fight with his devotees, Bhima. Okay? But who won? They were equally matched. Yet, because Krishna Bhima was a devotee of Krishna, he got the understanding to defeat Jarasandha. He said he's got a weakness, split him in half. Nobody knew this, only Krishna did. See, this is the thing. Nobody knows what we know here unless you're an intimate devotee of Krishna, because he informs us all these things about his Maya, how to split the Maya in half. See, how to show Yoga Maya from Mahamaya. Isn't that? You split the illusion in half from the truth. You divide it. That's illusion. This is the truth. Come on, man. You're all marginal. Go over here. Come over here. It's a lot better. You're absorbed in the shadow. It's giving you shadow results. It's nothing like the results here. Being in the truth is so wonderful, so ecstatic, so happy. Look at the happiness here. Look at the happiness in the devotees. You see that anywhere in the world? Well, if you do, that's where God is working. Otherwise, not. Oh, you think what we're doing here is the same as anywhere else? Well, where do you see this ecstatic happiness? That's where God is too. Otherwise, not there. You're in the shadows, in the shadow of goodness, shadow of Vaidhi. You want to be in the shadow or in the bright light, man? I like the light, man. I'm like a moth. I want to fly into it. It's cooling.
The moonlight.
Moon. The moonlight. Yeah, it's cooling for us. See, Krishna's like the moon, moon, very cooling. It's only hot to those who are, they're in the shadow, man. They got to burn up that shadow. That's all it is. But see, the soul is eternal, so then it can get the coolness of Krishna. Narada continued. Oh, wait. Narada Muni thought to himself. Wait. I went too far. So in Kali Yuga, religiosity replaces religion. People reject the rules of Varnashram Dharma. See, under these dense darkness of Kali, everyone becomes sinful and addicted to religious acts. Yeah, so how we see this practically. People give up truthfulness. See, when you start to, that's how people are tricked into falling down, and why you have to get the mercy of Lord Chaitanya. That's why he came here, man. Kali Yuga, how does it become overrun? Can you imagine if Lord Chaitanya was not here? All of a sudden, religious people will succumb. They succumb to the trickery, the lies, the torture. They torture, man. This masking up is torture. The social distancing is torture for people. It's a torture technique. In the 50s, they're just using all this stuff. So people will succumb. They're going to break your spirit. They're here to break the spirit. But they won't break the spirit of those who are deep in God. If you're a real deep devotee, deeply loving God, you can't break. Their spirit is eternal anyway. They've got a spiritual body. How do you break the spiritual body connected with Krishna? They got the power of Krishna. These guys just got the power of Lucifer. What is this dark thing, man? This shadow is nothing. The light comes into this. What we preach here is like strong light, man. It come right in the shadow and boop, no more darkness. Not even, see, the level of goodness can't change the minds of people. You notice? They're out there, hey, listen, don't you know you're being brainwashed? Don't you know TV? And they don't even listen. Oh, I don't know, man. They're already MK Ultra'd. That's why the demons, no, we're already in control of the masses. They ain't going to listen to you. We're censoring everything and all that. Yeah, you better have a stronger thing to beat us. Well, we do. We got Krishna, man. My Krishna, he just comes into this darkness and it starts illuminating automatically, spontaneously. I don't need to do it. I just, I'm just breathing here, man. This is like breathing to me. Just breathing out truth, man. This is life. Isn't it? Just life, man. This is just breathe life into this world, man. Breathe life into this shadow, man, and boom, gone. Even demons start to see, like, whoa, what have we been doing? Oh, you think it's any different than Kalya jumping into that river, and Kalya rises up and fights for a while, and then after a while, all the darkness is out of him, man, because Krishna's light, truth. And all of a sudden, Kalya thought, oh God, what was I doing? You're going to see a lot of this stuff happening. The Lord is behind what we're doing, man. How can we lose when we have Prabhupada's order? We have Krishna's blessing personally. Hey, man, all I need to do is follow that order, man, and all is accomplished. By the mercy of the Vaishnava, everything gets done. Hey, man, we're following Prabhupada's order to give this to his. If anybody really believes in Prabhupada and they did enough of this Vaidhi thing and they get tired of the succumbing to these demons tricking them and lying to them and everything, deceiving them, they can come here and find out what's really true. and be very happy. Look at Cole, man. He was attached to the mode of goodness, trying to be pure and all that stuff in the mode. Now he's transcending it, and he loves it, man. He knows, hey, personally, see, he said, oh man, this is relishing the scriptures is much better than reading them like this and not understanding them deeply. Hey, proof is in the pudding. There's strong power here, huh?
Yeah.
You guys are witnesses of it. I mean, I'm just commenting on that. Look, that guy was totally chained to the motor, like a golden chain, and we released him from that golden chain. See? I didn't do it. Krishna, through this preaching, he's the power, man. You know, all this ecstatic worship and making Krishna really happy, and all this stuff comes out. Truth. You know, transcendental truth. You all can be like that. We're here to make people like this. And already people are becoming like this. Say, very good. I like this lifestyle. You want a lifestyle of real Krishna conscious devotee. That's just this spontaneous, ecstatic worship. And you get an understanding that even the Acharya with the big Acharya title can't even understand. How would you like to have an understanding like that? Well, prove it. You go listen to his classes and you listen to our classes and see which one is stronger. Which one is more clear? Which one is more potent? Which one can liberate you from even goodness? You prove it. Come do the 30-day challenge. Anybody? Charya Dave, you come here and do this 30-day challenge. Why not, man? You know what he did? He took this forum seminar. He went and got a scholar. They gave him a scholarship. And he went and did it. And he said, this is not as good as what he had. And it's true. It was not as good as what he had. But you come and do the 30-day challenge. You listen to these talks and see. And see what happens. If you really want something deep, you show.
If nothing happens, do 30 days more.
Well, if nothing happens, then you can go do something else. Anyway, not everybody has this greed. A lot of people, they like, hey, man, I'm doing good in this world, man. I got my disciples. I'm doing something. I'm reading the books. Like Cole was, and I'm not greedy for this kind of worship. I'm happy, man. I got my money. I got my nice. He has a nice house in what do you call in Santa Barbara, nice house, very expensive probably. Yeah. Has his little servants doing everything. Maybe it's enough for him. Maybe not. Maybe if he hears this, and maybe some greed will come in here for some real treasure, man, to be in the house of the Lord. To be the house of the Lord. How would you like to be the house of the Lord, man? This body's a house. Man, how would you like to house the transcendental Lord? But you know what? He's no respecter. The truth is in you, man. There's no respecter of anybody. No gurus. This is the price, man. Price is the truth, man. No respecter of sannyasi or guru or anything if they're not in the light. Truth doesn't respect anybody. It'll disrespect the illusion in you. Why not? That's how, well, hey, man, the Lord doesn't respect illusion. Only people in Maya do. They respect the illusion. They even worship the illusion. They worship gurus who have not realized Krishna. Hey, man, I'm sorry, Prabhupada's book says don't do. No. Person who has realized Krishna has the symptoms. Uncommon transcendental knowledge. Uncommon ecstasy. Bhagavad Gita 10:10 personified. Yeah, that's the symptoms. Do you have those, Mr. Guru Devs out there? If not, the truth will not respect you. Doesn't respect the illusions and those who identify with illusion. See? The truth will set you free. You got to hear it. No cloak for your sin. We don't cloak things here. We expose everything. Let's see what's under that dress. Right there, Karuna. Let's see what's under that dress.
Under the mask.
Always got his Nishingadev hat on.
Yeah.
I thought you were a cone head. You know that cartoon, the cone heads. So Narada Muni, the greatest among sages, feeling compassion for humanity, decided to rout Kali, the personification of sin, from the earth, seeing that the snake-like Kali had swallowed everyone in sin. Narada appeared to re-establish religion. Narada Muni thought to himself, somehow or other, I must immediately bring the Supreme Lord Krishna to the earth. Only he can re-establish religion in this sinful age of Kali. The Vedas and the Agma scriptures concur that the desire of Lord Govinda is one with the desire of his pure devotee. Narada continued his contemplation. If I'm actually a true servant of the Lord Krishna, I will be able to bring Yaduraya, Krishna, into this Kali Yuga. First, let me observe the activities of the people in Kali Yuga. Then I will summon Sri Krishna, the embodiment of religion. Also, bring the demigods and Krishna's intimate friends and followers who will act as his weapons and associates. Murari Gupta said, Damodar Pandit, so great demigods like Brahma, great sages like Narada Muni, and even Katyayani took birth on earth when the Lord descended. From Dwarka, members of the Yadu family expanded themselves to also appear on the earth. Can you imagine the power that was here? There's never been a time. All the Vrindavan associates, all the demigods that were participants, they all came to be with Lord Chaitanya, because that's how it is when an avatar is here. And look at the benefit we get. We have all these books written by these kinds of persons, empowered together. We have these books, which are the real treasures. This is treasure, man. This is wealth. These classes are wealth. Why? Simply because we're glorifying these truths, these books.
Yeah.
You know how valuable these books are, man? The Goswamis wrote them. And they thought, this is treasure, man. And they put these books in a jeweled case, man. And put a lock on a big fat lock, man. Lock. Only had the right key to open those locks, man. Okay? So, yeah, put them in a book. Put them on a palanquin. Put guards, man. Hired guards to protect that wealth. See? That's how the devotees feel about real wealth. That's the truth, man. That's the transcendental truth. You see anybody in religion preaching what is real wealth?
Yeah, I said it yesterday in my video. This is biggest wealth there is. We are the most fortunate people in the world because those books are so full of treasures. And when we read everything and we open it again, we see new things, and it will continue forever and ever and ever. So
Yes. These books are the light of the world, man. Just like Jesus said, while I'm in this world, I'm the light of the world. And those who preach his Bible, they give light to the world. And that's the reason also Lord Chaitanya came just 550 years ago, authorized incarnation of the Lord. Those who know this are very fortunate. And if you don't know this, you come and do 30 days and we'll convince you. We'll show you that the Lord came to expand understanding of who he is. Where do you see in the Christian Bible that the Lord has 5 rasas? Neutrality, intimate servitude, intimate friendship, intimate being a father or mother to God. Where is that preached? No one knows, but Lord Chaitanya brought it. You want to know how much greed you got there, Mr. Christians? You want to know different? You want to know deeper who your Lord is? You want to know why St. Francis had a dream and then Jesus was sucking on his breast? You want to know? Well, he didn't even know because it wasn't revealed. What is this dream? I'm sucking, have God on my lap, sucking on my breast. What does that mean? His relationship with the Lord was being revealed. But we have the books written by devotees who are these powerful, stalwart, realized souls, are very rarely seen. They come at special times, and this is a special time. That's why we're going to prove. We'll prove that this preaching is special. It's not just ordinary preaching of religion. Rules, regulate, no. Stronger, truer, faster, stronger. $1 million preaching, $1 billion preaching, $1 trillion preaching. Of what? What the Lord bring. We're here to just serve out Krishna, man, lavishly, man. Just spread it out, man. Spread out this confidential truth, man. Liberate people. You come here and listen, and you'll feel this liberation. Short-lived. You watch how long. We're resurrected every day. We have a resurrection here, huh? Every day Krishna's resurrected. Every day is his appearance. These poor Vaidhi Bhaktas, you have to wait 1 year for the appearance day of the Lord, and you still don't really see him. Every day we got Krishna and Lord Chaitanya appearing, truth appearing, ecstasy appearing. That's God. That's the God we know, but you don't know.
Several times a day.
Several times a day. How many times you call, he comes. You get the benefit. Lord Chaitanya told his mother, because of your devotion, you call me, I come. That's how it is here. The shelter of Krishna means he gives you himself, and you call him, he'll come. You don't call him, well, I guess you're not hungry enough for that. Maybe you wait a while. In separation, you think, you feel like a hollow tube without, worshiping the Lord, right? You just kind of feel kind of empty. And then you start worshiping. All of a sudden, that's wonderful. Yeah. Some of these devotees were so greedy. They just 22 hours a day. They barely, they got so deep into it. They were just like always doing, that's great. I mean, shows you we have a lot of room to work up to that. But this is, the Lord wants to give us his presence, and then we just go, forever like this. And after a while, you become more and more like Rupa and Sanatan. They're all the time, and very happy, And so a lot of room for us to grow, and then forever.
Oh, I think so.
Yeah. So
when will we do the laundry and the cooking?
Yeah. Exactly. Laundry. Yeah.
We will always worship.
Yeah. Yeah, I think soon we'll stop here, but I'll just read a couple more things.
No, that's not why I said this, Guru Maharaj.
No, I know. I wasn't talking about you. I just, my own mind. I'm listening to my own mind.
Great.
Yeah. Yeah. While chanting the holy while chanting the holy names, sometimes Narada would cry or laugh loudly. Sometimes he became choked in ecstasy. Glorifying Krishna with his veena, Narada sometimes became submerged in the mellows of Krishna prema. Torrents of tears would rush from his eyes as he chanted Hare Krishna. Although that love filled Narada's body with ecstatic joy, the people of the world could not appreciate it. Aha. Do you notice? Are we in tune with that vibration? Are we by the Lord's grace, are we manifesting that vibration? And do you notice the world, most of the Vaishnavas still yet cannot appreciate it, but they will. Because now the Lord is unmanifest, and we're here, that is our work, to just joyfully worship Krishna, chant his name in great happiness, and the Lord gets more and more strong, more and more purifies the planet. That's how I got, how many years I was after the order of Prabhupada, how many years I was preaching? and how practically no one was coming, or they'd come and they'd leave. These other gurus would attract them because they weren't solid. And I also had to go through some stuff. It took years, purifying ecstatic work. Just kept doing it. Sometimes fall away for a while, fall into something, get attracted, and then come back, and then just do more like this. That's why I have compassion. People fall off, because of this or that. Well, you'll probably get back on.
Yeah.
And then, it's just this worship is a sacrifice, man. Every day it's a happy, joyful to perform. And as people become more attracted, the family is added onto. Okay? Becomes a stronger thing, and more purification of the planet. More people will come. The Vaishnava family increases from this ecstatic worship. That's how the Lord's doing it. Just, spontaneously. So Narada Muni came to this planet. Nobody was interested. See, and this was the real religion that Lord Chaitanya brought. See, I'll read this again. It's so great. So Narada Muni also relishes and sings Krishna's names and qualities. Remember what Cole said? He said now he relishes the names and qualities in the books. That's where it's at. It's more attractive than goodness of study and memorization. Now you relish. It's like, Narada Muni, Narottam comes to Jiva Goswami, his great scholar of Vaishnava. He comes to Jiva Goswami and says, "Are you going to teach me the Vedas?" And Jiva, this great scholar, knows everything, right? You think he's scholar, right? Not in that way. No, he knows how you're going to get it. He said, well, not exactly. He says, you're going to learn these shastras by tasting them and relishing them with this other ecstatic devotee, Shamananda. Is it Shamananda or Srinivas? You're going to get together and relish these things and really learn them by ecstatic love. Then the Lord will show you all the deeper meanings. Okay? And you got to hear from people like that to get it. If they're speaking these things and not just keeping it like they did. They just got together and they together. Probably nobody else heard unless they were intimate disciples. Or disciples. That's why anybody, if you think, I was initiated by Prabhupada, I'll never be a disciple of Gaura Haridas. Well, that's stupid. That is dumb. You're into pride. You're not into, it's like you don't understand why Gadadhar, who was a pure devotee, Radharani personified, in person, in that ecstatic mood, like a gopi. And then he saw this so-called materialistic Vaishnava, but had ecstatic devotion. He says, I want to be his disciple so I can be close to him and close to that ecstasy. I want to be his servant so I be close. Now that's intelligence. Otherwise you're in pride, man. Hey, well, might as well just bust your illusion, right? Even you might be able to see. Isn't that stupid? That ain't intelligent. You got to listen to intelligent devotees that teach you. Lord shows me all these things. I didn't understand this before till just now. See? Very good thing. Thank you, Lord, man. That's really the issue. Be these principles. Be close to an ecstatic devotee. And if you're prideful, then you won't do that. That'll be your block. So we bust that illusion. Balaram's Club. Bam.
I will use this club.
You'll use it.
I will use the club.
So now I officially say I'm a disciple of Lita Ganga. I like her ecstasy. So to be close to her, I will accept being a disciple. No, please order me. What would you like? Tell me. Why wouldn't you want to be a disciple, even your student, if they have ecstasy like that? Why would you? You're stupid if you're not, much less you're not as a disciple. You should want to be around devotees like this every day. We chant with devotees like this. When I blow my nose, it's great because I don't want to miss a second. I just listen to her. I'm blowing my nose. I'm listening to her chant. And then it stays steady.
Really?
Yeah, really. Because when you blow your nose, you can't chant, right? I don't like to miss a second in this, but I gotta, the stuff is pouring out. So I just, okay, blow my nose. I listen to the ecstatic vibration of somebody chanting. What? We got to find devotees where Krishna is living and showing himself. Hey, man, can't you see where Krishna is accepted? That's the persons to be. You please Krishna just being and favorable to his ecstatic devotees. Oh, you like this ecstatic devotee? That means you like me because I show myself through them and only them. Otherwise, you got these even persons imitating the position. Look at me, I'm guru and dry-eyed, no juicy ecstasy of the Lord being inside them and choosing them. Okay. Again, Balaram's Club.
Yeah.
So we all need to learn these things. Be close to the devotees. If you want Vrindavan, then that's the secret. So, Narada Muni, who always relishes and sings Krishna's names and qualities, became greatly distressed by the sufferings of others. He was eagerly traveling throughout the universe, giving out the holy names of Krishna. See, giving out the holy names. See, he's an ecstatic devotee, giving out the names. See, giving out the understanding. These are all names of Krishna. Even the Bible definition of the name of God includes everything related to God. His pastimes, his name, his pastimes. They're all names of the Lord. Okay? All the paraphernalia are the names of the Lord, with everything relationship to him. His devotee is the name of the Lord. You notice that's why the devotees take the names of Krishna, because they're Krishna Das or Gohari Das or Lalita Ganga Dasi. See, these are all considered the names. The Lord says, hey, man, this is my devotee. I'm joined with them. I'm married to that devotee. But are you just in name only? See? Or are you in the holy name? The whole name is the Das connected with the transcendental Lord. See, that's the marriage. See? You're a servant, true servant of the Lord, chaste to the Lord, in the Lord, in that name. See? That name is in you, and that you give that name out to others. See? It's transcendental vibration. You awaken that in others. But people were not interested. Okay? That's why many people are not interested in getting the name from an ecstatic devotee. Was Narada Muni an ecstatic devotee with ecstatic symptoms? Aren't we reading all that? Okay? And people were not interested. Okay? Isn't those symptoms of ecstasy in many of the devotees here in this Sangha? And people are not interested. Vaishnavas are not interested. Christians are not interested.
Because they don't know Krishna. Unknown is unloved. They don't recognize Krishna.
Yeah. Well,
They
that's
don't
why
know him.
that's right. That's why you got to hear from the devotees to learn to know him. You got to learn to know him through the books spoken by the devotees who know the Lord. Only the Father knows the Son, and the Son knows the Father, and the Son can reveal the Father to those who chooses. When you're ready to be drawn out of the Maya, you realize this truth and you recognize, this is my path out. This person is the vein that goes through the rock of this material, dark, worthless universe all the way. It's a vein, the path See, I'm the path, Jesus said. Yeah, that's the realized soul. That's the bona fide spiritual master. They're the vein. They're that path that runs all the way to Goloka, all the way through the universe, all the way through liberation, blinding light of liberation, all the way through super soul, all the way into the transcendental form of the Lord. See, that's the vein, man. That's the path, the paramparag. The real one goes all the way, not a block. I had these guys, they're wannabes still. They're not real representatives of the Lord. They can't bring you there. I've seen it, man. People, they come onto these religion. They're the religious teachers. They're not the vein yet. They also need to connect deeper. I don't care. You listen to Prabhupada and you don't understand this stuff, you need Shiksha. Okay? And then you'll begin to understand this very deep understanding and philosophy of Krishna consciousness. You understand the real path, and the real devotee is the path. See, then you know. That's why you're dedicated forever, man. They bring you out of this material universe. The Lord gives you such a representative.
8 minutes. I'm in the basement.
Who is that warbling out there?
It's my helping 15 minutes.
I think we'll stop soon, but almost. I just want to finish this. I just want a little more dessert here. Okay, just a little dessert, and then I'll be finished. Okay, giving out the holy names of Krishna, but unfortunately, being too attached to material existence, the people of Kali Yuga refuse to accept the holy name. See, and attached to material existence and also attached to religion. They won't accept the holy name from a devotee who's an ecstatic devotee. They don't realize its value. That's why we speak like this. I just tell you what's in a book. See, if you learn from history, this is history, right? You learn from history, you're not doomed to repeat doing the same stupid thing. You come here 30 days and you won't be doomed to do the same stupid thing. You think, oh, I see religion is like Cole. Look he had to fall away for a little bit. He was attached to religion in his chastity. And then after a while, he realized, he had a good enough impression. He realized, oh, no, let me go deeper. Now he likes it. Now he's got a taste. See, he's got the transcendental blood of relishing Krishna's name. It's transcendental blood. Like in the material dark thing, they like physical blood. This is a Lucifer. They like that kind of blood. It gives them some kind of life, but it has a cost. They get black eyes. You ever seen them? They eat the blood eaters. The black eye, that's a side effect. And then they can't live without it. They're addicted. And if you can't get it, you die. You wither up, you become old. See? Here, Krishna, he's a fountain of plenty. Hey, man, we come to Krishna, right? We get addicted to Krishna, but he don't stop giving us. He's inexhaustible. Yeah, Lucifer is a miser, man. You got to have a physical, always in the physical. You got a physical immortality. One guy was preaching physical immortality and preaching, oh, yeah, it's really true. And then he died. Just died, Leonard Orr. Physical immortality. All physical. That's an illusion. Physical immortality. No, spiritual. Hey, man, all you do is you get awakened and you identify with your soul. And then you're already immortal, man, because now I'm in contact with the Lord and you're immortal, man. You're like Narada Muni. If you can get to the point here in which you can very easily, chant holy names with great ecstatic devotion. And you're like Narada Muni, man. Now you're hitched up with the transcendental form of God. And the Lord always comes back, always gives you. You get addicted? You get addicted. Aren't we addicted there, Lolita? Ooh, gotta have him, man. And he comes back simply because of greed. Just because our hearts find us. Yeah. The only reason he comes back. Oh, you don't really want me? I ain't coming to you. Oh, you want rules? Well, I'll give you rules. See, this is the thing. Very simple. You Vaidhi Bhaktas, you religionists, let me explain the facts here. Okay? You want rules? The Lord will give you rules. You want regulations? The Lord will give you regulations. You want mandates and you have to, the Lord will give you mandates. But if you want ecstasy, the Lord will give you ecstasy. The only reason he doesn't is you don't have enough greed for it. Otherwise, you'd come here and the Lord would show you all these things.
Desire.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's it. That's the essence. My battery is so far down that it may last for another second or two. So let's see. I'm going to go off soon.
We had the whole class.
Yeah. So anyway, that's really the essence. If you want, we're here to teach the value of pure devotional service. It's available here. That's why, it gets more and more clear. And you feel like, hey, man, come on, it's available. It's not always available, but it is now. Who knows how long, Lord Chaitanya was here, and then he disappeared, and then it was around for a while through Narottam, Shramananda, and Srinivas. And after that, it was very rare until now again. Look, by our actions, this is it, man. Where do you see this kind of phenomenon? Where do you see this kind of manifestation? Very rare, isn't it? Yeah, where do you see people getting actually the holy name and chanting it in ecstasy and relishing these wonderful treasures of these books? They're getting, because of their faith in Guru and the path, okay? They're getting the ability to also mine these scriptures and get the conclusions, these treasures out of them. Okay? This is our life, man. This is our immortality. Do what you want to the body. Who cares, man? We got our spiritual body. You can't get at that. Control the mind. Doesn't matter. There's no material mind in it. I don't believe in it, man. I don't believe in hypocrisy and material concepts and all that. Yeah, take the mind. Control the mind. No, I'm already in bliss, man. The bliss of Krishna. Can't take that away. Oh, body, you can do what you want with this body. Okay? We're just in the truth, man. Krishna is our protector, right? Right, Janaki? I know she's listening. See, Krishna is our Lord. He's our doctor. He's our protector. She knows better than I do. I go and I get into this other stuff a little bit too much, probably. But she knows. I don't want to hear it. Krishna's my doctor. Lord Chaitanya is my doctor. He's my protector. I just see, that's why she said, what are my faults? Hey, don't worry about your faults. Krishna covers all that. He likes your faith. It's either faith or faults. If you have faith, he covers all the faults. If you have no faith, then you had all the faults coming out. Because when people leave here, all the faults come out. Krishna remembers the faults. You become faulty again. If you have faith in this kind of preaching, Krishna covers all those. Don't even look at them. Don't tell me about faults. I only want to see faith. I want to see faith in this preaching because that's what keeps me around, keeps me alive.
Finished. Alive but frozen. I don't know.